Hey there guys, welcome back to Cop Talks. Today's video is going to be about blades, knives more specifically. And before I get too far into that, I want to say I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas or very happy holidays. I hope everybody got to see their family and their loved ones and they got to spend some quality time with them, and maybe you got a few cool new blades of your own. So I'm going to break this up into kind of 2 points, if you will. So basically what I carry on duty, and then kind of general purpose and every other situation, right? So starting with the on duty selection of knives, first and foremost, I carry the Leatherman Skeleton. I've done a review on this. I've had this one for quite a while. I really enjoy carrying this just for the pure simplicity of it, if anything. It doesn't have a lot of extra tools on it. Of course, you have the wire cutter, pliers, and bottle opener, which it's actually got a little icon right there that shows you that it's a bottle, in case you just didn't know. It had a screwdriver right here. I only have a Phillips in this one right now because I lost my flathead in my patrol car. It fell between the seats into the black abyss, and I haven't seen it again, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere. And this is one of the things I really liked about the Skeletool, is that you could access the blade from the outside without having to completely open up the tool to access the actual blade. And the blade's pretty decent. It's a stainless steel. I believe it's maybe a 420. It's pretty common stainless steel used in a lot of knife blades. It takes an edge very well. It does dull out a lot faster than, say, a high carbon rated steel, but I do thoroughly enjoy having that thing. That thing has been a quite literal lifesaver. It's been fantastic. As far as other on-duty knives, I had this one throughout most of my military career. It's a CRKT M16-14 SFG. This has been a great little knife. Well, I use the term little. It's actually pretty good sized. I like just a plain blade. I wasn't too big on the serrations. I bought this when I was like 18, maybe 19. So, I thought Tonto was cool. It's really bitch to sharpen, but hey, I thought it was cool looking. It was high speed, so I ended up getting it. But I carried this thing for a long time, and I know a lot of people don't really like the double lock feature, but for anything that's going to really go through some hard use, having a very secure, stable blade, and this thing has very little wobble in it, even after years of use, it's just great. The grip is nice. The texture on the handle is very nice. I like the finger guards. It's just a very nice, fairly lightweight, solid blade. And I like a lot of CRKT knives, so that's been a pretty good one that I've had with me for a while. Continuing with the on-duty. Now, this is one where we kind of get into things almost like defensive knives, right? And this is a KBAR TDI, but this is the Hinderer, right? I had an original KBAR TDI, and they are great for, they're primarily designed almost for knife fighting. My problem with them was that the sheath was kind of shit. They weren't bad, don't get me wrong, but they weren't really great for retention. And it did come with MOLLE straps and everything, but the gear I was using at the time had no MOLLE webbing on it, so there was no real weight, so I was like zip tying it and stuff. And this new one kind of comes with a belt clip. It doesn't quite fit my duty belt, but it does fit in the back of my magazine pouches. And one thing I really liked about this one was the design of the blade. Once again, kind of a Tonto, but not to the extreme. It's not too hard to sharpen. It's very comfortable. This grip is just very comfortable. But what I mainly liked about it was that the sheath for this knife is retention. So you have to pull that. So if somebody grabs this on your belt or your vest or whatever and is just yanking on it, it's not coming out. You have to disengage the safety, kind of like it's a level 2 retention sheath basically for this knife. So I've been a real big fan of that. I only got this thing in April. I think my girlfriend got it for me for my birthday, and I haven't used it too much. I took a defensive knife class years ago, and I really haven't practiced too much up on it since then, so I really need to get back into that. And for that reason, I don't carry this too much until I feel more comfortable carrying a knife with me, because if you don't really know how to use something, it's liable to become more of a liability than an asset in a critical situation. So I kind of set this one to the side. I really love it. Babes, if you're watching this, I love my knife. Don't kill me. Moving on from there, this is more of a defensive than a utilitarian knife. This is also kind of more defensive, but you can use it just for like regular knife tasks. Safemaker 2 from Cold Steel. I'm a big fan of Cold Steel knives. I like the simplicity, I like the durability, the quality is usually very good. And this one I was looking for a push dagger. So I used to have one of these, well, a much smaller version of this, I believe made by Gerber, I want to say. And I had this mounted behind my magazine pouch on my left side. So if somebody was fighting for my gun, I could pull this out with my left hand and kindly ask them to back away. I carry this one mostly in my boot. It's kind of a last ditch kind of deal. It's real easy. You just kind of grab it, yank it out, and then you got a push dagger. So that's kind of just been my default boot knife. Honorable mentions for duty. I used to carry this SOG power lock, right? I kind of stole this from my roommate in the Army because I think he owed me like 20 or 30 bucks one time, so I repoed it. This kind of mainly just stays in my camping kit. Really decent, you know, little multi-tool, honestly. It's got a knife and a screwdriver and, you know, a little serrated blade. Kind of reminds me of a Leatherman Wave almost. It's got a crappy little saw it's all right. Yeah, it's just got a variety of tools there. Not too much, not too little. It does lock in place and you can use these tabs to unlock it. But honorable mention, this mostly goes into my camping pack and gets used for that. Decent little multi-tool there. So that's just kind of what I've carried on duty over the years. Going from oldest to newest, I would say the CRKT, the SOG, the Safemaker, actually, the Leatherman Skeleton, and then the KBAR TDI. I do have another one of these CRKTs. It's actually in my car right now. It's too cold because I'm a little bitch and I'm not going to go outside and get it. But it is a plain blade and it does not have serrations, so I do carry that more often. But I do like the grip texture on this one. The other one's aluminum and this is kind of like one of those G10 scale kind of materials. I kind of prefer that one. But yeah, that's kind of my on-duty knife selection there. Anyway guys, hope you appreciated this video. I know some people in the comments were asking for a knife video. So here it is. I'll try to post links to a lot of this stuff. That way you can kind of see. I'm really not familiar with the prices. I think I paid $30 for this one. About $50 for this one. I think my girlfriend paid $50 for the KBAR TDI. And then on base, I think I paid maybe $45 for the CRKT. And then this one, like I said, I conveniently borrowed from my roommate. So I don't know how much he paid for it. But anyway, guys, hope you appreciate the video. Hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic new year. Have a great day. Make some new friends. Don't be a dick. I'll see you in the next one.